Now we are going to start with the understanding of data link layer, the functions, procedures, and algorithms used there. Data link layer is obviously one of the most important layers, and it sits as the second last layer before the bits actually start to be traveling into the medium. In this module, we shall quickly look at what is the need for data link layer, given that we already have some kinds of services at the transport layer. What all options are available with us in terms of service models, and specifically what services exist. The data link layer is to a link what the transport layer is to the path. This statement essentially implies that all the functions, services, and procedures which exist end-to-end and are provisioned by the transport layer can also be implemented hop by hop or link by link by the data link layer. The data link layer sits beneath the network layer. So, as an expectation, the network layer could require reliability, flow, and error control by the data link layer. Well, it is not always possible that data link layer does provide these services. It exactly depends on what service model is being utilized. Two kinds of service models exist at the data link layer. The first one is reliable, such as the point-to-point protocol or high-level data link control, and unreliable model, which includes Ethernet kinds of protocols. It is important to mention here that the choice of these service models determines how much and how better is the network going to perform in terms of reliability, throughput, and delay. Another perspective of looking at the service models is, are we talking about establishing a link between two nodes, or are we talking about a shared medium? That refers to the point-to-point link or the multi-access protocols. That is why the data link layer is actually considered as composing two sublayers, specifically the logical link control sublayer and the medium access control sublayer. The services which could be provided, either mandatory or as an option, would include the encapsulation or delimiting of data, which is also called framing. Framing includes the addressing, the checksum, the reference to the upper layer protocols, then the link access, which refers to the method or the way in which a sending computer uses the medium, either in a dedicated fashion or as a shared medium. And then, what is the error control mechanism in place? Is it only error detection or even error correction? Similar to what we looked at in terms of congestion control, on the data link layer, the problem of contention is of relevance. Contention arises when too many competing resources try to access the channel. If you look at the figure, here you see that the implementation of the data link layer and the physical layer are usually hard-coded in terms of network interface card, the adapter card, the Ethernet card, or also termed as the LAN card. So once you have installed a specific LAN card into the motherboard of a computer, it is going to be restrictive in terms of the data link layer functionality. If you want to change the data link layer functionality, you may have to consider plugging that card out and inserting a new card of choice.